Well, class, good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How you are doing? How's your life?
I'm fine, sir.
Thank you. Okay. So before we start our class, who's the chairman? Okay. Can you lead your friend to pray here?
Sebelum kita memulai pembelajaran, ada baiknya untuk membaca dan belajar terlebih dahulu sesuai kepercayaan masing-masing. Berpribadi mulai. Berbahasa saya.
Okay. So before I start our matter today, I would like to taking your attendance for this lesson. Okay. So first name Muhammad Taqwa,
Yes, sir.
Husnul,
Yes, sir.
Nurul Dwi Pratiwi,
Yes, sir.
Nur Kaida,
Yes, sir.
Azhara,
Yes, sir.
Jan Indah Kusuma.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for today, we would like to learn about fable story. Okay. So before we into the material, so in this class, have you read a dongeng or watched a show called Pada Zaman Dahulu? Have you heard?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So how actually do you know what that story or that show?
Ada moralnya, sir.
Ada moral. Okay. Again.
Ada karakternya, Sir.
Karakternya yang saya.
How about dongeng? Dongeng in specifically, there's character. What is a special character of dongeng?
Tidak nyata, sir.
Tidak nyata. Okay. It's fictional. Okay.
Next slide, please. Please. Next slide.
Next slide, please. Okay. So before we into our learning, I would like to tell you about our learning objective. So the first objective is you guys will be able to improve your listening skill by practicing listening to audio or video provided by a teacher. And next objective that you will start is you are going to be able to improve your vocabulary by listening or watching to audio or video that we will be providing later. And the third objective, we expected you guys to be able to improve your critical thinking because students are asked to recall using their own words later in the closing of this class. And the fourth objective is you guys will be able to improve your speaking skill because students are told to tell the stories. Okay, so before we will watch about the travel story, I would like to tell definition about travel story. So, according to Encyclopedia Britannica itself, the word fable is taken from Latin fabula, which means similar to myth in Greek. Jadi berdasarkan Encyclopedia Britannica, fable itu berasal dari kata Latin yang bermakna sama dengan bahasa Yunani yaitu sebuah mitos atau ketidaknyataan. Jadi para pengerti lainnya memberi kesimpulan yaitu fables are fictional stories that use animals, objects, or other parts of nature as the main character. Jadi fables atau yang biasa disebut dalam bahasa Indonesia adalah dongeng itu adalah cerita fiksi atau tidak nyata yang menggunakan binatang, objek ataupun part-part yang ada di alam sebagai karakter utamanya yang ceritanya itu berkarakter utama yaitu seperti objek-objek atau binatang that are humanized, artinya karakter hewan ini itu dihumanisasikan atau mereka berkarakter seperti manusia atau bersifat seperti manusia or described as having human-like behavior. Sama yang sudah dalam arti gimana berarti itu mereka hewan ataupun objek yang menjadi main karakter itu memiliki sifat seperti manusia. So ada pun structure of our story. Jadi ada struktur yang terdapat pada fable story ataupun cerita dongeng. Okay, so the first structure is about orientation. Okay, the orientation is the opening part of the story, which usually introduce us the characters, setting, and time. Jadi biasanya pada dongeng itu pada awalnya kita akan diperkenalkan dengan karakter yang ada dalam ceritanya, suasana tempat para binatang tinggal, dan waktunya. Jadi kebanyakan dalam cerita dongeng itu settingnya antara di forest, so introduce the characters which is the animals, and the setting would like to be in forest. Okay, the next structure or second structure is about complication. It is about problem or conflict that occurs in the story. Jadi pada sesi komplikasi itu pada dasar cerita dongeng itu mulai ada problem atau konflik yang terjadi di dalam sebuah cerita. Mungkin seperti ada sifat-sifat binatang yang karakter binatang yang sama dengan manusia itu mulai muncul sehingga menimbulkan konflik. Okay, the next structure of fellow story dongeng is resolution. So in resolution, we can say that this is the resolution part of the problem in the story. Jadi pada bagian ini biasanya di dongeng itu mereka ada bagian untuk mencari sebuah solusi. Misalnya kalau mereka ada permasalahan ataupun puncak-puncak konfliknya, mereka akan menyelesaikannya di bagian resolution. And the last structure of our story is about coda. Coda is explanation of changes that occur to the character after experiencing the problem and what the reader can learn from the story. Jadi pada bagian coda ini adalah bagian penutup. Beberapa karakteristik yang sangat spesifik dari coda itu adalah eksplanasi bagaimana karakter ataupun karakter utama dalam cerita ini apakah karakternya atau sifatnya telah berubah karena sudah mengalami dari konflik ataupun permasalahan yang muncul di dalam cerita tersebut. Sehingga pada bagian coda juga reader itu tidak sampaikan apa pesannya, tetapi mereka bisa mengambil sebuah pesan apa yang bisa dihikmah dalam sebuah fable story.
The next is characteristic of fable story. Jadi ada beberapa karakteristik yang ada dalam cerita fable. First is it is fictional or not real. Jadi fable ini bersifat fiksi atau tidak nyata. The next is the introduction is usually short and direct. Jadi pembukanya di sini biasanya itu sangat singkat dan langsung. The next is the character are talking animal. Jadi fable ini ceritanya menceritakan tentang hewan. The next is the characters are described as human-like with a good and bad character. Jadi di sini karakter yang diceritakan seolah-olah menggambarkan seperti manusia dengan karakter yang baik dan karakter yang buruk. The next is usually use natural background such as river, forest, mountain, and etc. Jadi dalam fable ini juga kebanyakan latarnya itu berada dalam tempat yang natural seperti alam, sungai, hutan, gunung, dan lainnya. The plot is not complicated. Jadi alurnya di sini tidak rumit. The next is the sequence of event is described with sequential cause and event from beginning to the end. Jadi di alurnya di sini peristiwa yang terjadi dalam cerita ini digambarkan dengan urut mulai dari penyebab dan akibat dari awal sampai akhir. And the next is the language use narrative sentence or direct sentence from the dialogue between the character. Jadi bahasa yang digunakan di sini menggunakan narrative sentence, menggunakan kalimat naratif dari untuk menggambarkan karakter tersebut. Okay, next is intrinsic element of fable story atau elemen yang ada di dalam tentang fable story. The first is theme. The main idea of story is a story in idea in a story. Jadi di sini adalah ide utama atau gagasan utama dari sebuah cerita. Next is character. Actor in the story who are present in the form of animal as personification of human. Jadi karakter di sini adalah hewan tapi seolah-olah menggambarkan manusia atau mempersonifikasikan manusia. Next is group or plot. As you can start storyline, and usually each event is connected by a cause and effect event. The setting is the time and place of the event, and the depiction of the atmosphere in the story. The setting itself is usually divided into three, namely time setting, place setting, and atmosphere setting. The next is point of view. The technique is used by the author in telling the story. The story contains a mandat or moral that can also be written in the story. Jadi di sini adalah point of view dari penulis yang menceritakan cerita dengan mengandung pesan moral atau hal yang ingin disampaikan oleh penulis di dalam cerita. The next is mandat. The moral message that author conveys to the reader. This mandat can be referred through the direct writing in the story or implied. Jadi di sini mana di sini adalah pesan moral atau apa yang ingin disampaikan oleh penulis.
Okay, so it's assignment time. Jadi, so for your assignment today is you should watch and listen to the video, and then you should write down what vocabulary you get from the video. I'll give you 5 minutes to write it, but first you should watch this video.
Once upon a time, there was a girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She lived with her mother in a village near a forest. One day, Little Red Riding Hood went to visit her grandmother. She took a basket of food with her. On her way, Little Red Riding Hood met a wolf. "Hello," said the wolf. "Where are you going?" "I'm coming to visit my grandmother, who lives in the forest," explained Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf ran to grandmother's house. He went inside, put on a nightgown, and got into her bed. A little later, Little Red Riding Hood came to the house. She knocked on the door, then went inside. Little Red Riding Hood went over to grandmother's bed. "Oh, Granny, what big ears you have," she said. "Oh, let's hear you with," answered the wolf. "Oh, Granny, what big eyes you have," said Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to see you in," replied the wolf. "Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have," gasped Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to eat you with," replied the wolf. "Help!" shouted Little Red Riding Hood as she realized that there was a wolf in her grandmother's bed. She ran out of the house. A woodcutter was nearby. He heard Little Red Riding Hood scream and ran to the house. The woodcutter hit the wolf over the head. The wolf ran away, and Little Red Riding Hood never saw him again.
Oke, di video selanjutnya tugasnya juga sama dengan tugas yang saya berikan sebelumnya. Jadi kalian menyimak, lalu menuliskan vocabulary 5 atau 10 vocabulary. Oke.
It was a bright summer afternoon. Mother Duck found a lovely spot under a tree by the pond to lay her eggs. She laid 5 eggs. Suddenly, she noticed that one of the eggs was different from the other eggs. She got a little worried. She waited for them to hatch. One fine morning, at last, one after another, the eggs began to crack. Peep, peep, they said. All the eggs had come alive, and the ducklings were poking their heads out into the big world. All broke except one.
Oh, what sweet babies I have. What a lucky mother I am. But what happened to the 5th one?
The duck was worried.
This last egg is taking such a long time.
She sat on the egg and gave it all the warmth that it could give.
This would be the most beautiful duckling of all, since this is taking so much time to hatch.
One fine morning, when the egg broke, there came out an ugly gray-colored duckling. Peep, peep. This duckling was different from its other siblings. It was very big and rather ugly. Peep, peep.
None of my other ducklings look like that. This one is perhaps ugly.
The mother duck was surprised to see her and was very sad. Mother hoped that one day she would become just like her siblings. But days went by, and the duckling remained ugly. All her brothers and sisters made fun of the duckling, and they would not play with him. The duckling was very sad.
You are ugly. Oh, look at that ugly little thing on the earth. Yeah, go away. You're so ugly. We will not play with you, you ugly monster.
They all laughed at him. The ugly duckling was really sad. The ugly duckling went to the pond and looked at his reflection in the pond.
Nobody likes me. I'm so ugly.
The duckling decided to leave the family and go somewhere deep into the woods. The duckling wandered all alone in the deep forest. Soon, when winter came by, there was snow all around. The duckling was sad, and he shivered with cold, but couldn't find any food to eat or a warm place to be in. He went to a family of ducks. They rejected him.
You are an ugly cat. Who is this ugly fellow?
He went to stay in the hen's house. There, the hens pecked him with their beaks, so he ran away. He met a dog on the way. The dog saw him and went away. The ugly duckling thought to himself,
I'm so ugly that even the dog doesn't want to eat me.
The ugly duckling sadly started wandering in the woods again. There he met a peasant who took him home to his wife and children. But even there he was troubled by the cat that lived there. So he left the peasant's house. Soon it was spring. Everything was fresh and green once again. Walking and walking, he saw a river. He was so happy to see the water again. He went close to the river, where he saw a beautiful swan swimming. He fell in love with her. The duckling was ashamed of himself and bowed his head low. When he bent his head, he saw his own reflection in the water and was astonished. He wasn't ugly anymore. He had turned into a handsome young swan. Now he realized why he looked different from his siblings. Because he was a swan and they were ducks. He married the beautiful swan that he had fallen in love with and lived happily ever after.
Don't talk to a stranger.
What?
Do not talk to a stranger. Jangan bicara sama orang asing.
Thank you, Takwa. Ibu, silahkan gimana tadi ya?
So another failure on this story is there is no creature that is ugly in this world. It depends of our environment that could accept us by our behavior, appearance, and our characteristics. That is no.
Okay. Okay, student. Any question about material for today? No. No. Yes. Okay. No. If you know question, look at this, and this is a conclusion for material for today. About material for today, and I will read for you guys. Fable are fictional stories that ask animals as my character with anthropomorphic traits like human character, and always end with a moral message. The main character of fables are animals. Why do fables use animals? Because animals in fable stories can attract readers' interest and are able to represent various characters. They exist in human through their action and words. This makes fable easily expected and understood by reader. Jadi untuk kesimpulan dari materi kita pada hari ini tentang fabel atau dongeng adalah fabel atau dongeng adalah cerita fiksi yang menggambarkan hewan dengan menggunakan sifat anthropomorphic. Apa itu sifat anthropomorphic? Ada yang tahu? Tidak, itu seperti menggambarkan tokoh manusia. Paham kan? Yes, ma'am. Hewan dengan manusia kan beda. Jadi sifat karakter anthropomorphic ini menggambarkan hewan seperti manusia, layaknya manusia menggunakan kayak kegiatan sehari-hari manusia. Paham kan? Oke. Terus kenapa harus binatang untuk dongeng? Kenapa? Ada yang tahu tidak? Kalau ada yang tahu, tolong angkat tangannya.
I don't know.
Karena cerita fabel dan fabel story itu tokoh yang berperan di dalam adalah binatang.
What else? Kenapa dongeng harus menggambarkan tentang binatang? Thank you.
Karena binatang bisa menarik perhatian manusia.
Ya, thank you juga takwa jawabannya. Jadi kenapa saat menulis dongeng lebih terarah untuk binatang, karena binatang itu dapat menarik minat pembaca dan dapat mempresentasikan berbagai karakter yang ada pada manusia melalui tindakan dan perkataan. Hal ini membuat dongeng atau fables dapat diterima baik oleh pembaca. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yakin ada pertanyaan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys. I think that's all. Time is up. Thank you for your participation. See you next week. Wassalamualaikum